Good morning, friends. So, in the last lectures, we studied enthalpies, entropies, and steam tables, and we solved some of the problems related with the wet steams or dry saturated steams or superheated steams by using steam tables. So, today we are going to see these process: constant pressure process, constant volume process, constant temperature process, etc. So, as you know, ideal gas equations that is applicable for pure substance, so that is means without change up of the phase, without change up of its chemical formulas, means chemical compositions during the change up of the phase from one to another phase. So, means during the three phases, means that is solid, liquids and gases. So, chemical compositions of the substance that remains same. So, example is the means likewise waters or pure oxygen, etc. But in the vapor state, the behavior of the means because ideal gas equations that is applicable for pure substance, but in vapor conditions the Boyle's law, Charles law, and means this ideal gas equation is not applicable. So, there we have to use another equations. So, which equations we can use, that we will see by using constant temperature process, constant pressure process, constant volume process, etc. So, water vapor can also be water vapors can be subjected in for cooling purpose, coolings, heating, expansions and compressions purpose also. So, that is why for closed systems, dq equal to dw plus du. And this dw equal to P into dV. This is the equations find for open system. Kinetic energy change in kinetic energy and potential energy is negligible. So, that is why kinetic energy, change above the kinetic energy equal to 0, change above the potential energy equal to 0. So, that is why dw equal to this is minus P into minus V into dP equations means we can use, and this is for open systems and this is for closed systems. dq equal to dw into, these are the basic two equations that we have to use. So, next is today we will see in 3 classes we will see 3 process and the problems related with the. So, first process is the constant pressure process on PV and temperature sources entropy diagrams. Right. So, constant pressure process means suppose 1 kg of steams, so that is subjected due to superheatings, etc. So, on PV diagrams, and this is TS diagram. So, constant pressures, and this is suppose this is saturated liquid line and this is saturated vapor lines, and this is pressure sources and this is temperature sources, entropy here is also. Suppose the conditions of the steams, this is in the wet steams, and this is at first, this is initial state, or otherwise I will consider this is at S1 and this is 2. So that's why this is nothing but the its work done, state 1, 2. Similarly on temperatures versus, so this is constant pressures, means P1 equal to P2, and this is V1 and this is V2. On temperatures, constant pressure is for wet steams, and after that this will be 1 and this is 2. So this is T superheated, and because this is at during the latent heat, so that's why this is the saturation temperatures. So this is under area, indicates the overdose. So for closed systems, first we'll see for closed systems. Work done equal to what is the equation? P into dV, 1:2. So that's why this is constant, and this is, you can take V2 minus V1s, or you can write this is P2 V2 minus P1's V1. And as you know, here P equal to P2 into P1's, and this is in bar, so that's why work done equal to, we can consider this is 10 to the power 5, and this is for convergence bar 2, and this is 10 to the power 3, this is for convergence kilojoule, and this is P2 V2 P1's V1. This is for kilojoule and this is for Newton per mm squares, meter squares. Work done equal to. And second, according to the first law of thermodynamics, or we can consider this is change in internal energy equal to, what is basic equations? Q equal to U plus PV, or this is U equal to Q minus PV. And Q, this is in terms of, or U2 equal to, you can consider this is H2 minus P2 V2 and U1's H1's minus P1's V1's. So that's why U2 minus U1 equal to H2 minus H1 minus, you can consider this is 100 because this is for kilopascals. Otherwise you may be confused, 10 to the power 5 divided by 10 to the power 3, and this is P2 V2 P1's V1's. Finally you will get these equations 100 P2 V2 P1 minus V1. Right? Now third, according to the first law of thermodynamics, Q equal to W U2 minus U1. So work done equal to, as you know, formula for work done, P2 V2 minus P1 V1 plus H2 minus H1 minus, because this is formula H2 minus H1 minus P2 V2 P1 V1. So that's why this will get cancelled, and Q equal to, you will get H2 minus H1, and this is for constant pressure process, and this is for closed systems. For open systems, what is equations? V into dP. So that's why 1:2 V into dP, and so this dP equal to 0. dP equal to 0. So that's why work done, this is equal to 0. This is for open system. And heat transfer equal to Q equal to basic equations, Q equal to W plus U. So that's why, and this is W equal to 0, and this is H2 minus H1, sorry, this is H2 minus H1 here, and this is also you can use for closed systems, right? This is for constant pressure process. For constant pressure process, pressure remains constant, and this is we are consider this is on y-axis. So this is pressure is constant, means because this is in the latent heat. So that's why this is remains, and in the superheated also, because this is constant. And here is means up to saturated liquid lines, saturated vapor line, this is constant, means horizontal lines, and after that this temperatures increasing because of the additions of the heat. So this is the superheated regions. So this region is the superheated, and this is the wet regions. So this is the latent heat, and this is the this is not latent heat. This is heat is the sensible heat, and this is the latent heat. So that's why up to this you will get horizontal lines, and from this, so this depend on the saturation temperatures. If the saturation temperature is greater as compared to saturated temperature, means this superheated temperature is greater as compared to, you will get this slope is greater. So next process is the constant volume process. Constant volume process. So this is second process on PV diagrams and TS diagrams. Suppose this is TS and this is PV. This is saturated, this is liquid line, this is saturated, dry saturated vapor. Yes, also. Constant vapors means you will get these lines. Suppose this is dry saturated and this is superheated. But this is V1 equal to V2. And entropy increase slightly increases. So that's why this is increase. This is P1 pressure, this is T1 temperature. This is P1 and this is T1 temperatures, T2 temperatures. This is 1. This is entropy increases during the constant volume process. So that's why burden equal to, for closed system, what is formula for burdens? Burden equal to integrations 1:2, and this is V into dP. But this constant means volumes V2 minus V1's 0. So that's why burden equal to, you will get 0. Since dV equal to 0. And what is next? Change in internal energy. And this is U2 minus U1 equal to so first we will consider this is U1, H1 minus 100 into P1's V1's and U2 equal to H2 minus 100 P2 V2. So that's why U2 minus U1 equal to H2 minus H1's into 100. Actually this is V and this is P2 minus P1. Because why this is V? This is V1 equal to V2 equal to V. This is V2 and V equal to V. Next, heat transfers equal to third heat transfers equal to Q equal to W plus this is basic equations U2 minus U1, W equal to 0 plus U2 means this is nothing but H2 minus H1 100. Here's minus sign, minus 100 V P2 minus P1. Heat transfers equal to, and for closed systems, work done equal to 1:2 V into dP. This is P into dV. This is not V into dP. This is for close the system. This is correct. So that's why minus V into P2 minus P1 work done equal to. This is 1:2 and for change of the signs we can consider this is P1's V1 minus P2 V2 for change up of the sign. Next, U2 minus U1 change in internal energy, H2 minus H1 minus 100 into P2 V2 P1's V1's change in internal energy for closed systems. And heat transfer is equal to W plus U2 minus U1. So that's why here's P1's V1's P2 V2 plus H2 H1 minus, you can consider this is P2 V2 and this is P1's V1. Right. So this is clear. Now again, so we have to study. So this is first points and this is second points. Suppose, so here's three possibility. This V2 may be smaller than Vg. So this is the in the superheated states. So that times this is indicates V2 in wet steam. So if V2 is less than Vg, and this is the first condition. If V2 is equal to Vg, so this is dry saturated vapor steam, and if this V2 is greater than Vg, so that times this V2 indicates V2 is in superheated state, superheated steams. So that times V2 equal to T superheated equal to Vg divided by T saturated. So this is the volumes. By using this formula you can calculate Vg T superheated divided by T saturated. And in this case, if Vt this is in, so Vt equal to, so Vf plus x into Vg. By using these equations you can calculate. And this is if Vt, I mean this is the dry saturated vapors, mean this indicates this is lies on the saturated vapor lines. So you will get that values from the steam tables. And if this is in the wet state, so we have to calculate this dryness fractions, and means this is x equal to. So by using this formula you can calculate. Or otherwise directly x Vg. No necessary, because specific volumes of water that is not given, is this is by using these relations you can calculate. Now we can see problems related with the constant pressures and constant volume process. So first note down today's first problems. Steam is available at 12 bar, sorry this is 10 bar, and at 0.9 dry. I mean this is the in the wet conditions. Dry. Determine final dryness fraction of steam when there is a heat loss 120 kilojoule from the steam at constant pressure process. So that's why here's which equations we can use. Q equal to W plus U2 minus U1, and during the Verdens equal to so this is P2 V2 P1s V1s minus H2 minus H1 plus P2 V2 V1s. So I think this is H2 minus H1. Right. This is H2 minus H1. Now we requires, and this is heat lost, so that's why this is minus 120 into kilojoules. So that's why directly we can calculate this is in terms of the kilojoules. So we'll keep this is kilojoule. H2 equal to, so this is final state, final Raynaud fractions. So this H2 equal to H1 equal to HF1 plus X into HFG. Right? So this is at 10 bars and this is X1. H2 HF at 10 bar, HF equal to how much and HFG equal to how much. So that is by using this is steam table. HF equal to 762.6 kilojoule per kg, and latent heat HFG at 10 bars. This is 2013.6 kilojoule per kg. So that's why we can put this is 762.6 plus X1 equal to 0.9, HFG 2013.6, H2 equal to seven 62.6 plus 0.9 into 2013.6 minus 120. This is equal to H2 equal to 2454.85, H2 equal to so again Because this is at constant pressure process, so that's why this H2 equal to HF2 plus X2 into HFG2. So this is HF2 equal to same 762.6 plus X2 into HFG2, because same temperatures, same pressures, so that's why this is equal to 2454.85. Now X2 equal to, this is 2454.85 minus 762.6 divided by X2 equal to, and this is equal to dryness fractions equal to 0.840. This is the dryness fractions, final dryness fractions after loss of the 120 kilojoule heats. So that is, this sign is the, because of the loss, I consider this is negative signs. So next problems we will see related with the constant volume process. A pressure cooker contains mass given. In the previous problems, mass equal to, we assumed 1 kg, but in this problems, this 1.5 kg is the mass given of steam at 5 bar. Pressure given of the steams is 5 bar and 0.8 dry. 0.8 dry. So this is the means 0.8 dry means having dryness fractions x1 equal to 0.8. This is in between saturated liquids and saturated vapor lines. Find the quantity of the heat which is, find the quantity of heat which must be rejected so that the quality, this is quantity or quality, quality of steam becomes 0.4 dry. So in this case 0.4 dry, so means both in wet conditions quantity of the heat which must be, so here's you can calculate specific volumes, specific because x1 into V1 is equal to x2 into V2. So you can calculate 1.5 at 5 bars. So means at 5 bar what is V1 equal to at 5 bars. You can calculate this. Zero point 373 meter cube per kg, and this is Vg1s, and this is because this is in gas state, so that's why x1 that is given 0.8 into 0.373 equal to 0.4 into Vg2, and this is the specific volumes. This is increased 2 into 0.373 because this 0.8 0.4, this 6 4 and this is 7, 0.746 meter cube per kg. So at this specific volumes corresponding pressures, temperatures, so we can extract and enthalpies. From steam table, Vg2 equal to 746 meter cube per kg, HF equal to what? HFG equal to what? This is important. This is 529.6, 529.6 kilojoule per kg, and this is HFG2. This is equal to 2184.9 kilojoule per kg, and pressures P equal to 4 bar. P equal to 4 bars. Previously that is 5 bars. Now the quantity of the heat which must be rejected. So Q equal to, what is formula? This is U2 minus U1, and this is equal to H2 minus H1, and S minus 100, and this is P2 V2, or directly you can consider this is V1 also. And this is P2 V2, P1's V1, right? So that's why now we requires H2 equal to because this is still we don't know. So H2 equal to dryness fractions is given. So this is HF 529 529 HF2 plus this is 529.6 plus dryness fractions 0.4 and HFG2 equal to 2184.9. This is H2 equal to 5 to 9.6 plus 0.4 into 2184.9. This is equal to 1403.56. Similarly, we have to calculate H1. H1 equal to, this is H of 1 plus X1 into H of G once. So against H of 1, and this is at now 5 bar. H of 1 equal to, so by using steam tables, H of 1 equal to 640.1, H of G once, this is equal to 2107.4. So H equal to 640.1 plus X2 equal to, this is X1, 0.8, 2107.4. This is H1 equal to, and this is H2. H1 equal to 2107.4 multiplied by 0.8 plus 640.1. This is equal to 2326 kilojoule per kg, right? And this is multiplied by, because here mass is given, so this is not per kg, so that's why here multiplied by mass. So mass equal to 1.5, H2 equal to, now, and this is H2 equal to I increase here 10, so this is not correct, because 10,000, that is not possible. This is 1403. This is correct. So that's why H2 2326, H1 1403, and this is bracket, again this is 100. Now you can take, this is P2 in bars 5, V2 equal to, this is 0.746, P1 equal to, this is P2 equal to 4 bars, P2 equal to 4 bar, because this is H of 2 and this is P2, so that's why you have to take here 4, and P1 equal to 5 multiplied by 0.373. So this is 1403. .5, and this is 923, and 4 into 0.746 minus 5 into 0.3737. This is 1.1 multiplied by 100. And this is 1155, and multiplied by -1, plus 923.02 multiplied by 1.5. So this heat transfer is equal to 1217 kilojoule, and this is the amount of the heat transfers. H2 equal to, we change this is because the H1 is equal to 2326 and H2 equal to 1403. So that's why this is answers change. 2326 minus 1403, otherwise 923, and this is minus plus 25, sorry. So V2 equal to, in this case because this is constant volume process, and we are consider this is Vg2. That is correct, but V1, so here we did mistake because this is constant volume process, and here's V1 equal to V2 equal to, we have to consider 0.8 into Vg1 is equal to 0.373, because this is V2, otherwise maybe wrong message transfers 2984 meter cube per kg, because this is the constant volume process. So that's why this is 0.2984. Here is also 0.2984. Now this is 5 means 100 into 0.2984, 29.84 plus 923, 2952. Because this negative signs, so that's why this signs becomes positive, and this is 29.84, so that's why 923 minus 29.84 equal to 1.5, and this is right. 39.74 kilojoule. This much is the amount of the heat is rejected. So this is your expected answers. So that's why, due to limitations of the times, today we will stop here and we will continue some of the problems related with the constant volume process, and we will see constant temperature process and isentropic process. So after that we can see polytropic process, etc. So that's why today I stop here and we will continue remaining portions in the next class. Thank you.